Do you feel overwhelmed? Like everybody's telling you, change your life by doing this and X, Y, and Z? And if there was one thing, if I could share one thing with you to shift everything in your life from maybe being in a place where you're just not feeling anymore. Maybe you feel disconnected from your relationships, from yourself, from just why you're here. And if I was going to give you one tip, this one thing that was going to change everything and put you in the motion to create the life that you desire, I'm going to share that with you now. That one thing, it's not Garen. It's gratitude. And why? How does gratitude make a difference in my life? Gratitude is the strongest emotion that we have. Gratitude is that key amplifier in our life that will shift from life being about what happens to us to what happens for us. Because many times in life, we go down a pathway, and that pathway doesn't resonate. That pathway is not meant for you. And that pathway becomes painful because that's not what happened to you. It's what happened for you, because that's the catalyst of change. That's the catalyst to put you down a new pathway that's in alignment with what God or what the source or the highest power, whatever it is, has in store for you. And how many times have we felt like this is the end? There's so much weight on top of me. I don't know where to go from here. But guess what? You're still here. And it's never as bad or it's never as good as it seems. And when we shift going through that roller coaster ride of these peaks and these valleys and these peaks of these valleys, depending on what's going on the outside world, and we start shifting our mindset around this simple thing called gratitude. Now you ask Aaron, what is gratitude? Like, how do I do that? I just say, hey, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. And that just changes? Like, fuck you, that doesn't make me feel better. Well, gratitude is a shift that happens inside of us. Gratitude is one of those things when we put intention. We say, you know what? There's all these things around me that I take for granted. There's things just like the roof that's over my head. And I go down to Mexico and we build homes for families. Guess what? They don't have a roof over their head. When it rains, they're getting wet. And where they're sleeping, on a dirt floor, they're getting wet. And they stay wet. All their clothes, all their blankets, everything. And it's easy that we have a roof. We have water. We have food that's accessible at any time. And those are those core factors that if we were born 100 years ago, wouldn't be guaranteed. And that gratitude around just us having the essentials is that foundational piece. Because if you have those essentials, you are better off than most people. And a lot of times it doesn't feel like that because we have so much. We have our phones. We go through social media and we see all the things that we don't have. All these things that everybody has. But I tell you what, when we go down there to Mexico and they don't have much, the one thing they have is gratitude. And the one thing they have is smiles, and they're happy and they're present in that moment. And part of gratitude is presence. Thought I spelt it wrong there for a minute. But presence, coupled with gratitude, being here in this moment right now, being grateful for what we have, no matter how small it is, shifts what's inside of you. And when you're in a state of gratitude, you can't be in a state of anger. You can't be in a state of pain. You can't be in a state where it's not in alignment with this emotion. You can only be either in gratitude or anger, only in gratitude or despair. So when you practice gratitude, you become grateful. And when you become grateful, it allows you to be more present. And when you become more present, it allows you to be here in this moment and not in the past. Not in a place where all these things may have happened to you. Maybe all these things that didn't go exactly your way. Maybe that you tied your identity to. Also takes you from the future, that place where maybe you have uncertainty, maybe you have worry. But when you live in gratitude, it allows you to create this presence. And when you can live in this moment, you can create impact in this moment. And when you create impact and you can start building that trust within you, that starts changing everything around you. And that will rewire your brain and it will break those patterns that you have right now. And I've been there. I've had some shitty patterns. I've been in a place of despair. I've been to a place where I thought there was nothing I could do to change the outcomes. And that my life and my identity was so tied into that. I was always living in the past, always living in the future, but never here in the present. And gratitude is what changed that for me. And we built a whole journal. We built a whole program around that through Date Zero, through Genergy, and through Level 5 Life. That's the backbone of what we talk about. Because without gratitude, life is a painful place. Without gratitude, you'll never have enough. And it's not about the things that we achieve in this world. It's not about what we acquire. It's about the relationships that we build. It's about the purpose that we find. It's about our legacy that we live, and would much rather live a legacy of gratitude than anything else. So if you're struggling right now, like I have before, you're struggling right now and you don't know how to break free of that, take these 3 simple steps. Wake up in the morning and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And focus and close your eyes, visualize those 3 things, and then visualize your perfect day. Visualize that day that just flows, that you feel connected to the present moment. And if you do that enough and you reinforce that, pretty soon you'll start training your mind and your body to live in those moments, to live in that present.